What are some recommendations that you provide to help citizens police the police?
Because that particular tactic that was used in Minneapolis, it was allowed by the police department.
This is America.
I have a dream.
These are animals.
America preaches integration and practices segregation.
Why did you say Mexico?
A rising tide of discontent.
The South will rise again.
I have a dream.
We have contrasting visions about what America is.
This is America.
I got one coming from Brian Ferguson Bay. He wants to know, what are some recommendations that you provide to help citizens police the police?
And that's a very good question. One of the things that I've recommended, I'm not super active on social media, but I've felt compelled to speak out on some things just in these last couple of weeks. And one of the things that I've really been a proponent on is people being actively involved. I mean, something as simple as picking up the phone and asking to see, hey, what is your use of force policy? Do you guys, because that particular tactic that was used in Minneapolis, it was allowed by the police department. Yeah, just because something is allowed doesn't mean you should use it for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. So the difference becomes, if you're concerned, just pick up the phone and ask. You can. I'll tell people here locally, pick up the phone and call us and ask us to see, our policy on this. Ask if we have a citizen advisory board. We have right here in the city of Romulus a police commission, which is made up of civilians, and they have a say so on what policies are made, what we implemented, even what training we teach, and what equipment we use. So it starts really with that conversation. Something as simple as an email. My granddad used to say all the time, you can talk to anybody once you get their attention. So I would say, as a collective, law enforcement has the people's attention. So this is the time to start asking those questions that maybe people didn't know how. This is where you pick up the phone. If anybody in law enforcement now that would have you said balls, I say it's a lack of, to disrespect somebody now who just simply asked a question is crazy. Because this is the time where questions can be answered. You can have those honest conversations, and people don't feel like they can hide behind anything now. And as the citizen, as the police department, we should always be part of the community. We should never think we're some occupying force. We should never look at ourselves as we're out here to do the dirty work. No, we're out here to be the police. We're out here to serve the community in whatever capacity the community needs. Sometimes, to me, service just means to meet a need. Sometimes somebody needs to go to jail, but that doesn't mean everybody needs to go. So once we decide as a society that this is what we're going to accept from our police department, then that's what we're going to accept. When you allow things to happen, what I hope doesn't happen a month from now is this kind of goes on the back burner, and it takes another tragedy of somebody losing their life, and then we have weeks of protests and weeks of sometimes social chaos for us to realize that this cannot keep going on this way.